Drowning in debt? You're not alone. Millions of Americans are struggling with multiple payments, high interest rates, and the stress that comes with it all. But what if there was a way to simplify your financial life and potentially save money in the process? Today, we're diving into debt consolidation, the strategy that promises to turn your financial chaos into calm. But is it really the magic solution it's cracked up to be? We'll compare it to two other popular debt-busting methods: the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. By the end of this video, you'll have the knowledge to decide which path is right for you. So, let's untangle the web of debt and find your way to financial freedom. Part 1. What is debt consolidation? Debt consolidation is like Marie Kondo for your finances. It's about taking all your scattered debts, credit cards, personal loans, medical bills, and rolling them into one neat package. The idea is simple. Instead of juggling multiple payments with different due dates and interest rates, you get one loan to pay them all off. Now you've got just one monthly payment to worry about. But here's where it gets interesting. Debt consolidation isn't just about simplification. If you play your cards right, you might end up with a lower interest rate than what you were paying before. That means more of your money goes towards actually paying off your debt, rather than just keeping up with interest. There are a few ways to consolidate debt. You might take out a personal loan, use a balance transfer credit card, or even tap into your home equity if you're a homeowner. Each option has its pros and cons, which we'll get into later. Now, before you start thinking this is the financial equivalent of finding a unicorn, let's pump the brakes a bit. Debt consolidation isn't a magic wand that makes your debt disappear. It's a tool, and like any tool, it's all about how you use it. Part 2. The pros of debt consolidation. Let's talk about the good stuff first. Why might you consider debt consolidation? First up, simplicity. Instead of keeping track of multiple payments, you've got just one. This can reduce the chances of missing a payment and getting hit with late fees or dings to your credit score. Next, there's the potential for lower interest rates. If you've got good credit, you might qualify for a consolidation loan with a lower rate than what you're currently paying on your credit cards. This means more of your payment goes towards principal, helping you get out of debt faster. Third, you might end up with lower monthly payments. By spreading your debt over a longer term, your monthly obligation could decrease. But remember, a longer term means you'll be in debt longer and might pay more in interest overall. Lastly, debt consolidation can give you a clear end date. Unlike revolving credit card debt that can feel never-ending, a consolidation loan has a set payoff date. This can be a huge psychological boost, giving you light at the end of the tunnel. Part 3. The cons of debt consolidation. Now let's look at the potential downsides. Debt consolidation isn't all roses and rainbows. First, you need good credit to get the best rates. If your credit score isn't great, you might not qualify for a rate that makes consolidation worthwhile. Second, there can be fees involved. Balance transfer credit cards often charge a fee, and some consolidation loans have origination fees. You need to factor these into your calculations. Third, you're not actually paying off debt. You're just moving it around. If you don't address the underlying spending habits that got you into debt, you could end up right back where you started, or worse. Fourth, if you opt for a secured loan like a home equity loan, you're putting your assets at risk. Default on that loan, and you could lose your house. Lastly, a longer loan term might mean paying more in interest over time, even if your monthly payments are lower. It's crucial to do the math and see if you're really saving money in the long run. Part 4. Debt snowball method. Now let's compare debt consolidation to two other popular debt reduction strategies, starting with the debt snowball method. The debt snowball is all about momentum and quick wins. Here's how it works. You list all your debts from smallest to largest, regardless of interest rate. You make minimum payments on all debts except the smallest one. For that smallest debt, you throw every extra dollar you can at it until it's paid off. Once that smallest debt is gone, you take the money you were putting towards it and apply it to the next smallest debt. As you knock out each debt, your snowball grows, allowing you to tackle larger and larger debts with increasing force. The big advantage of the debt snowball is psychological. Those quick wins as you pay off smaller debts can be incredibly motivating. It's like crossing items off a to-do list. Each victory gives you a boost to keep going. The downside? You might end up paying more in interest over time, especially if your largest debts also have the highest interest rates. But for many people, the motivational factor outweighs this potential extra cost. Part 5. Debt Avalanche Method. The debt avalanche method is the mathematically optimal approach to paying off debt. Instead of focusing on the size of the debt, you prioritize based on interest rates. Here's how it works. List your debts from highest interest rate to lowest. Make minimum payments on all debts, but put any extra money towards the debt with the highest interest rate. Once that's paid off, move to the next highest and so on. The big advantage here is that you'll pay less in interest over time. By tackling high-interest debt first, you reduce the overall amount you'll pay. The potential downside: it can take longer to see progress, especially if your highest interest debts are also your largest. This can be discouraging for some people, making it harder to stick with the plan. Part 6. Comparing the methods. So how do these methods stack up against debt consolidation? Debt consolidation shines when it comes to simplicity and potentially lower interest rates. If you can qualify for a good rate, it can save you money and streamline your payments. It's also great if you're overwhelmed by multiple payments and need a fresh start. The debt snowball method is ideal if you need motivation to stick with your debt payoff plan. Those quick wins can be incredibly powerful. It's also good if you have several small debts you want to clear quickly. The debt avalanche method is the best choice if your primary goal is to pay the least amount of interest possible. It's perfect for the mathematically minded person who can stay motivated without the quick wins of the snowball method. Remember, the best method for you depends on your specific situation, your personality, and your goals. There's no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to tackling debt. Conclusion. Whether you choose debt consolidation, the snowball method, the avalanche method, or a combination of strategies, the most important thing is that you're taking action. Debt doesn't have to be a life sentence. With the right approach and a commitment to change, you can take control of your finances and build a brighter financial future. Remember, it's not just about getting out of debt, it's about staying out of debt. Whichever method you choose, make sure you're also addressing the habits that got you into debt in the first place. Create a budget, build an emergency fund, and live within your means. You've got this. Your journey to financial freedom starts now. Thanks for watching, and here's to your debt-free future.